Okay. So your underlying energy, guys, is the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel like this is considering, this reading is pretty much concerned around one offer, concerned around an offer given to you guys in regards to work, starting something new, starting something that can build you to a firm foundation and get you to your legacy, help you to build your legacy, or guide you to building your legacy, or not necessarily guide you, but this is a journey towards building your legacy. This could be, like I said, a long-term relationship that could have started, but with Pentacles, it takes a long time. It's very slow energy. Okay. Now, with your current state of being, you guys have the Eight of Wands as your current state of being. So I do get the sense that there's a lot of messages. There's a lot of things moving fast. There's a lot of energy kind of making progress right now. It can be a bit overwhelming, especially considering that there's things that are moving very slow, and this energy can be overwhelming, especially when you kind of don't really see it coming. You guys may have gotten even hit by the arrows of love. So there could be saying some stuff here. There's a lot of passion going on as well that I'm getting. Now, what you guys want to be is the High Priestess. So you guys may want to trust your instincts, maybe express something that you may have held in secret for a while. There is something here that you may want to talk to your partner about at this time. So, there is something here that you may want to express with someone that you may love, or someone that you or something that you may have held in for quite a long time and you kind of want to express that. Okay. But the thing that's keeping you from being able to utilize the High Priestess energy, either it is to trust your intuition, go on your instincts, or go ahead and reveal something that you've been keeping a secret, is the Hermit. You guys are still kind of cuddled up and kind of retracted and reserved from the world. I feel like you guys have maybe taken a step back, and you guys are still doing the hermit mode, reflecting and reclusive at this time. And the reason why is because you may have had to leave something behind, or you may have left something because it wasn't satisfying for you, or it just wasn't what you were wanting or what you were looking for emotionally. You may have walked away from a situation, maybe not physically, but emotionally you were just done with what you thought you may wanted. And that's probably why you guys went and looked within yourself to find the answers of what it is that exactly makes you happy and brings out your heart's desire. What is your heart's desire, period, I feel. Now, for your best path to follow, you guys have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is indicating to me, it's indicating to me a burden that you guys may be carrying, a burden of responsibilities that may not be something that you have to carry. Maybe you had to leave something emotionally behind because you had other things that you had to take care of. But ultimately, I feel like it's time to put down the burden. It's time to, relieve yourself of this burden that you have a lot of pride for. You're finishing out the cycle. You're almost done. So I think it's time. I think it's honestly what it's saying is just kind of go through the cycle, finish it out, and release whatever it is that's, keeping you from truly getting to the High Priestess. Okay, I'm going to pull an extra card for this, actually. See what else they can tell us about the Ten of Wands. Wow, the Ace of Swords. So, okay, so the reason why they are giving you the Ace of Swords, Capricorn, or the reason why they gave you the Ten of Wands is because of the Ace of Swords. Perhaps it's a new perspective, new ideas, and it's kind of carrying out the work that you've put into to a cycle that you've already kind of been through. Okay, so you have new ideas, you have things that you want to communicate, new ways of communication here, and a totally different mindset, I feel. But ultimately, you have these burdens of this old cycle that's holding you down. So I feel like completing this cycle and focusing on just finishing it out totally and cutting it dry is the best way to begin this new cycle of a new mindset, a new way of communicating, and new ideas. Now, how you feel, not the best. You guys have the Ten of Swords. So you guys are kind of feeling like, feeling kind of dead in the dirt, betrayed, just something just kind of cut dead and dry, something that just ended really, really badly for you guys, and it really may not have felt good. I feel like right now you guys are just trying to recover right now, maybe. but ultimately you guys are not feeling in the best shape or form right now. But the thing is, this which is really good about the Ten of Swords is that the worst is over. It can't get any better. It can't get any worse than this. So I feel like right now, guys, it's just that it's just a shock factor, and then just the healing portion that's coming through right now. The devastation of the situation is up, but the worst is over. The worst is over, and it's just healing and recovering now. That's what's important. What you guys' hopes and fears are is the Seven of Pentacles. So you guys may be contemplating about what it is that truly, that you truly really want to invest your time and your energy to, your dedication and your concentration to. Because right now I feel like you're not quite sure if what you're doing or where you guys are in this, especially with this Ace of Pentacles, if this is something you really want to put your time and energy into. Ace of Pentacles is your underlying energy, so I feel like, yeah, you want to make sure that the work that you're going to be putting into this Ace of Pentacles with a person, possibly a Virgo or a Sagittarius, like you want to make sure that this person is worth the time and the effort, or what you guys are going towards is worth the time and the effort. And I feel like there may be a little bit of doubt. You're not necessarily sure if you're going to see, because you haven't seen the rewards so far of putting in, work in the first place. You're feeling pretty dead in the dirt right now, feeling pretty, if not betrayed, then just pretty much just kaput, pretty much. So I feel like you're worried that you may be working very hard and still wait on the rewards that you feel like you deserve. And that is a hard one, right? Considering that it's going to require you to take a risk and just go and trust your intuition. So you've been kind of keeping to yourself because you're just not sure if what you're going to be putting your time into is worth the effort and if you're going to get any rewards from it at all. But one thing I like to say here with the outcome being the Temperance is that managing yourself and taking care of taking care of yourself is allowing divine timing to do its work, allowing divine timing to kick in and do what it does best and make things happen. So I do see the outcome talking about balancing things out, rebuilding a flow of things. I mean, because I feel this how the water is kind of going from one cup to the next. It's just talking about the flow, but the impossibility of things happening, right? That's impossible for water to flow like that from one cup to another with such a distance. But it still can happen. But it's the balance that you have within yourself that's able to make the impossible possible. So do what you need to, so doing you right here, that's what I see you guys doing you and managing you in, doing the best that you can and putting the effort that you can into yourself and into your environment on your part. Not overextending whatsoever is what's giving the energy and the time for the universe, for divine timing to go ahead and give you what it is that you are looking for. But it's gonna need, you're gonna need to kind of, you're gonna need to trust your intuition here. And it's gonna require you to kind of have to come out of hiding for a minute, come out of hiding into, to just address that there is some cycles that need to end, so that way you can start something new. Because you got a new perspective here that's just, I feel like it's just dying to just come out. Because this is Ace of Swords is victory. So you have victory here in your best path to follow. But it's just going to require you to work to closing this cycle up. Now, for you Capricorn, I'm going to pull you guys your Wisdom of the Oracle for the week. Wow. You guys have the Thinker. 44. So for a lot of you guys this situation is definitely going to require some contemplation, right? For, the Seven of Pentacles here, it's definitely indicating some time needed to take, to think. For a lot of you guys, this Hermit energy could be the same thing, right? You guys are really, disconnected and not really you're kind of, separate from the world right now and kind of looking, retracted in yourself to look for answers. And I feel like coming up with answers here is the best way to kind of, find this commitment in yourself to really trust your intuition, okay? Because I feel like once you're committed to something, once you're ready to just determined enough to get something, you will gun it. You'll follow your intuition here, but you need to be sure that you're committed to something that you feel is worth your time and worth your effort. So I feel like right now, completing the cycle and dropping the burden of this past cycle to allow your new ideas to shine is what's going to bring out, the the confidence that you're looking for to be able to successfully guide you towards stability, support, and security. All right, guys, I'm going to pull you guys your whispers of love for the week. And you guys have: appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and to love, and find love. So appreciating this moment right now, as hard as it is, the worst is over. I think that's the part that's really what it's emphasizing. The craziness that y'all had to endure has finally come to a close. Y'all can finally, start to recover and get stronger. Utilize the perspective from the last cycle and push that as your agenda towards your newfound stability and security. Your new opportunity in building something more stable, more grounded, more concrete, I feel. So in a sense, I know it's difficult as it is to kind of have to look at your situation and just kind of almost nearly dread it. But see that how much you've come so far, with how much you've endured, and you're still standing. I know right here you're not still standing. Emotionally, you're pretty much out cold. But there is something after this card. You still get up. You still have to, you still recover from this card. So even if this here is, the absolute devastation, you still have made it to the end. You survived it. You are a survivor here. So I do sense that. You just have to complete this because you have survived the worst. It's just ending the cycle. Okay. All right, Capricorn. I know this is crazy. You guys can make it. You guys are strong. You're determined. You guys are literally the goats that climb that mountain. You don't stop till you get what you're looking for. And I believe in y'all. Okay, it's just going to require you guys to really consider yourself. Consider what it is that you're trying to build. Trust your intuition and really put down the burdens of this last cycle here. To allow your new ideas, your new way of communicating, your new perspective to purge.